A powerful tribute to a baseball legend right here in New Jersey. Artist and cultural storyteller Sydney SmithJordan has created a striking portrait for Montclair's Brewery limited edition Doby Major League's Caramel Pale Ale, honoring Larry Doby, the second Black player to break Major League Baseball's color barrier and a longtime Montclair resident. The can launched last Friday at Montclair Brewery's tap room with Doby's family in attendance. Sydney joins us now to share the story behind her artwork and this meaningful collaboration. Welcome, Sydney. Good morning. And I'm sorry for my lack of coffee and quick throwing around of the promo. I wanted to promote, and I'm like, Pam, our director, said, you just referred to Sydney as a he. I was like, I know, I was talking about the baseball player, Larry Doby. You called Sydney a he. So my apologies to you off the top, but it's such an honor to have you on today. So good morning to you.
Thank you. Good morning.
You bet. Now, your artwork on the Doby Major League's Caramel Pale Ale captures the spirit of Larry Doby's legacy. And that's the amazing thing. So many times through history, and there it is, the can on the screen, how beautiful. So many times in history, one person gets all the recognition, the first person. And then another person who could have all the greatness and the gravitas right behind that person, many times in history disappears. So I'm so glad Larry Doby is getting some recognition here. He's a Montclair resident and broke the color barrier and just was such an inspiration for so many. What was your creative process when you created this portrait of Larry Doby?
Wow. So the first thing that I did was really like research Larry Doby and find out who he is and what people said about him. And I'm a face person. I enjoy faces, so researching the different looks and imagining what he would have been like after winning his biggest game, was the inspiration behind it, and catching kind of his spirit, if you will.
Mhm. And he broke, I mean, the color barrier right after Jackie Robinson did in 1947. This was still a period when much of America had segregated water fountains, segregated bathrooms, segregated hotels. So that was a big deal. And if you think about it, the the move of him breaking the color barrier certainly helped move civil rights forward throughout the United States because it opened up a dialogue that likely led to the civil rights movement in the 60s. Uh, because people who are white and complacent in suburbia and different states, it's out of sight, out of mind for them. But Dobie literally forced the discussion. How did you aim to reflect his strength and his dignity and what he represented in this piece?
Well, for me, like, first of all, just the look on his face, smiling against, all the adversity. He seemed like a really, just talking to his family, he did exude that in his real life. Like, through adversity, he still smiled, he still met the challenges, showed up, played the game, had fun with it. And that's really what I wanted to show, is that, I mean, in real life, it's not always all bad. You show up, you have good character about yourself, you play the game. And I really feel like Larry Doby really did that, and I wanted to capture that.
I was reading that his teammates loved him, that he was very popular among his teammates, and that goes a long way. Obviously, when it says so much about his character that in the face of adversity, in the face of yeah, when you're on the road with your fellow teammates and they could stay in one hotel and you're forced to stay in a different one, you know, I mean, in spite of that, to still be a great talent and still play at the top of your game so much that you break records and you go down in history says so much about his character as an individual. And I don't know how religious a person he was, but we were talking religion a little while ago on the show. So I'm a very religious person, and my bet is to have that kind of strength. He likely had his faith. I'm just guessing. I'm imposing that on him. I'm betting that he did though. And your vibrant pop fusion style is instantly recognizable. Your work often celebrates African American history and culture. How did your personal journey as an artist and a cultural historian shape this particular project? You talk about being a face person, so that's such a cool thing.
Yeah, so first of all, the face, I use like muted tones because we know that it's Larry Doby, but then the background for me, I wanted to celebrate life and death with him because so that's what the blue and the orange is representative of is sunrise and sunset, but also to pull you into the fact that he was number 14, you know he's I mean, in the abstract is just like I just wanted to drop him there, like use his face. He's got, like, for me, the emotion, and then the color just wows you, and you cannot ignore his face with those bold colors like that. I feel like it was a home run. It's definitely a home run.
Nicely, and nice use of words. You recently launched
Oh.
Legacy Link, which is 32-foot mobile art studio, bringing workshops to communities all over New Jersey for people to see, bringing art to the people. Can you tell us more about the initiative? How does it tie into your mission to use art more for healing and connection?
So the Legacy Link is a 32-foot RV that has been converted into a mobile art unit. And my primary purpose is to serve youth and seniors, the ones who are often like forgotten, can't afford to like really like get out there like everyone else. So instead of them having to worry about where to go to find art, I'm bringing it to them. Growing up myself in kind of a somewhat uh, tumultuous background, art saved me so many times, and I would like to use it for healing for other people because that's what it did for me, and not them so much having to worry about getting there. I'll get to you.
I love that. I love that. I mean, I'm thinking back to bookmobiles when I was a kid, and this is basically an artmobile to bring art
Yeah, it
and
is.
how, right? How many people who maybe would not be exposed to art like yours, who upon being exposed to it, that could alter the whole trajectory for their lives, or an older person who, as you mentioned, may not be able to get around much, having that moment of joy, that spark of joy and happiness in seeing that art when they otherwise maybe wouldn't be able to get out to it. It's such a beautiful thing. What a special gift. And Montclair Brewery is known for celebrating culture and history through their
Mhm.
brews. So what was it like collaborating with them? Was it easy to work with them to get Dobie's story to life in such a unique way?
Yes, Leo and Denise, the owners of Montclair Brewery, they are amazing people. And they always celebrate culture and they uplift, everyone. And working with them was pretty easy. Denise came to me and she mentioned having this beer that was already done, but never having a label for it. And immediately I'm just like, well, if you'll have me, I want to do it, and I'm really honored that she allowed me to do this.
I love it. Well, the can launched on Friday, August 1st, this past Friday at Montclair Brewery's tap room. It'll be available at the Somerset Patriots tribute to the New York Black Yankees. And it must feel so good knowing your art is going to reach so many people through the beer. For those who want to see more of your work or attend the brewery, where can they find more about you and what's next for you and Legacy Link? What's your website?
The Legacy Link has its own website. It's thelegacylink.org. My website, where you can always find out my events, is smithjordanarts.com.
I love it. We are talking about Montclair Brewery's limited edition Doby Major Leagues Caramel Pale Ale, honoring the great Larry Doby. Artist and cultural storyteller Sydney SmithJordan, we're blessed to have you in our neck of the woods. Thank you so much for joining
Thank
us
you.
this morning. Come back again, please.
Thank you.
You bet. Have a great day.